No, no, you got to go back now and say, why was the NFL continuing to support with all the confusion going on in the media? And maybe it's all of that found money right there.
I'm not gonna lie, after we found out why Beyonce made a lot of the songs that she did and for what reasons, I am not shocked one bit to find out that Jay-Z is allegedly listed in the Epstein file.
And then out of nowhere came these young children. I don't know where they came from. And I sat next to this child, and the child sat next to Beyonce. So I hear B say something about
50 Cent is still pressing Jay-Z and Beyonce, and he's not easing up one bit. He's making it loud and clear that he's watching every move, and now he's even hinting that Beyonce could be connected to the wider Epstein controversy, at least in the public conversation. By now, most people have heard that Jay-Z's name was mentioned in documents connected to Epstein, according to circulating reports. One woman has publicly claimed she woke up inside Epstein's mansion and alleged that Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein were both present in the room based on her account. Once those claims started spreading online, 50 jumped straight to social media and reacted fast, saying they got your man Jay in the Epstein files, and adding that he wanted to make a full documentary digging into Jay-Z and Epstein's alleged connection. Things got even messier when Beyonce allegedly tried to step in. Reports claim she had lawyers reach out to warn 50 to stop posting about Jay-Z and Epstein, thinking that might shut it down. Instead, that move seemed to pour gasoline on the situation, because 50 does not respond well to pressure, especially when it looks like a threat. After 50 floated the idea of a documentary, a source close to Beyonce claimed she was furious, saying the Carters allegedly believed they had already handled the situation quietly. That same source claimed major media outlets were paid to stay silent, and people noticed that platforms like The Shade Room deleted posts, while TMZ, Us Weekly, Complex, and Billboard avoided the topic completely. The Carters may have expected the noise to fade out, but they clearly underestimated one thing: 50 Cent never forgets a chance to throw shade. He feeds off pushback, and the moment word spread that Beyonce allegedly sent legal warnings, 50 popped back online with a cryptic post signaling that Beyonce might want to ease up because he's not backing down anytime soon. 50 also shared an AI-generated clip of himself and set the tone with a caption saying, "I smell beef and popcorn," making it clear he's enjoying the chaos. With 50, once he starts stirring the pot, you never know what old stories or forgotten rumors might resurface next. We've already seen how deep he went when he worked on content connected to Diddy, pulling up things most people had never even heard about before. Stuff that had been buried, overlooked, or quietly ignored suddenly became front-page talk, and that shocked a lot of folks. So if he was able to dig that far into one situation, people believe he could absolutely apply that same energy to the Carters. That brings up the big question everyone's asking online. Can Beyonce actually stop 50 from making a documentary about Jay-Z? The internet's response has been loud, and most fans don't think she can. Some are even saying Beyonce might want to stay low or completely remove herself from the situation because pushing back only seems to make 50 go harder. At the same time, a growing group online is speculating that Beyonce may have been aware of some of the controversies surrounding Jay-Z, at least on a surface level. Because of that, many believe a divorce is unlikely, since separating could open doors neither side wants open. People keep saying Jay and Beyonce probably know too much about each other, making it safer for them to stay united. And it doesn't stop there, because Beyonce herself has faced separate rumors for years, from claims about industry politics to darker internet theories that have never been proven. One allegation that still circulates comes from former NFL player Larry Johnson, who claimed he once attended a late-night industry party hosted by the Carters in the early 2000s. He later said the atmosphere made him uncomfortable and described comments that, according to him, felt unsettling at the time, though no evidence has ever backed those claims. Then there are the long-running rumors claiming Beyonce is tied to dark practices like witchcraft and secret rituals, and these stories refuse to disappear. What makes people pay attention is that these claims aren't only coming from random internet users, they're coming from individuals who previously worked closely with her. Back in 2018, Beyonce's former drummer, Kimberly Thompson, publicly accused her of practicing what she described as extreme witchcraft. Kimberly didn't just talk online either. She reportedly went as far as filing for a restraining order, claiming she felt threatened and unsafe according to public records. Those accusations made serious waves at the time, even though nothing was legally proven.
This has been going on since 2006, and it's just been getting worse and worse and worse. And for a very long time, I put this person on a pedestal. I loved them. I'd send emails, publicly, happy birthday and all this stuff. And the entire time, this person was casting spells and manipulating me and controlling my job situations, my relationships,
And Kimberly wasn't the only former team member to raise eyebrows. More recently, Beyonce's former dance captain, Ashley Everett, was noticed liking several shady posts and comments online. One of those posts claimed that when people listen to Beyonce's music, they're unknowingly entertaining dark energy, which instantly had fans side-eyeing the situation. But things got even more intense with another former dancer, Khadijah Shari, who worked with Beyonce during the Formation era and the 2016 Super Bowl performance. Khadijah posted explosive claims on Instagram, calling Beyonce a witch and making disturbing allegations involving her family. In her post, Khadijah wrote, "Are you effing serious? You called for my child to be our word. You evil witch essence. Check on my child. I'm about to blow this ish through the effing roof." And those words shocked a lot of people. That post didn't stay up for long and was quickly deleted, and most people would have never seen it if it wasn't for Tasha K. Tasha K shared screenshots of the post on X and later broke everything down on her YouTube channel, keeping the controversy alive and dragging these old allegations right back into the spotlight.
Beyonce is being accused again of doing black magic. Now here's what I'm gonna say. Everybody ain't lying. I spent probably a week doing research on all the people that they were connected with, and all of them are connected to some sort of black magic, some sort of witchery. Okay? This is an ex-dancer of hers, and now we remember the ex-drummer that came out and we call her crazy too. We got the interview of the drummer. Y'all remember her? And she was saying that Beyonce was using witchcraft and all that stuff, and it always comes out around the time when she getting ready to cipher for a new album. I know Beyonce's a witch. I saw the Lemonade visuals. I saw it. I said, this is...
Now, let's slow it down for a second, because this part matters. These are allegations, not proven facts, and nobody is saying any of this has been confirmed in a court of law. But when the same kinds of stories keep popping up about the same person, people naturally start asking questions. One rumor can be brushed off, maybe even two, but when similar claims keep coming from different people who were actually on the inside, that's when the public starts looking at it sideways. That's when folks start asking, at what point does coincidence stop being coincidence and start looking like a pattern? People aren't just reacting to internet noise anymore. They're reacting to repeated claims, similar themes, and overlapping timelines, and that's why attention keeps circling back to Jay-Z and Beyonce. Fair or not, that repetition is what keeps the conversation alive and growing louder. Then there's another angle people rarely want to touch. The idea that Jay-Z and Beyonce might not even be the ones fully calling the shots. No matter how rich or famous entertainers get, there's always someone higher up with more money, more leverage, and more control pulling strings behind the scenes. That's why some people still bring up Kanye's past comments when he claimed Jay-Z and Beyonce were being controlled and hinted that many celebrities are pressured or blackmailed over things tied to their past. Those statements never fully went away, and now, with everything resurfacing, people are revisiting them with fresh eyes and a whole lot of suspicion.
And they could control Shaq. They could control Charles Barkley. They could control LeBron James. They could control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me.
Not
You know, out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
And now all of this is colliding at the same time, which is why the internet is going crazy. Between the Epstein discussions, 50 Cent's nonstop pressure, and these old allegations resurfacing, people feel like too many dots are lining up all at once. What really has folks talking is how quiet everything feels on the other side. No strong denials, no long explanations, just silence and carefully placed moves behind the scenes. And in the public eye, silence doesn't calm things down. It usually does the opposite and makes people assume there's something being hidden. Social media is already running wild with theories, clips, screenshots, and timelines. Every old interview is being replayed, every lyric is being dissected, and every past comment is being viewed through a different lens. People are saying this isn't just about one rumor anymore. It's about power, influence, and who's really protected in the industry. At the same time, 50 Cent keeps moving like he has nothing to lose. The more resistance he gets, the more energized he seems, and that's what makes this situation unpredictable. When someone openly laughs at legal pressure and turns it into content, that's when things can spiral fast. So now, the spotlight is brighter than ever, and the pressure is heavy. Whether any of these claims hold weight or not, the conversation isn't slowing down. People are watching closely, waiting to see who speaks up, who stays quiet, and what story cracks open next. So when you stack everything together, the Epstein allegations, the noticeable media silence, Beyonce's alleged legal warnings toward 50 Cent, and all these old accusations resurfacing, people are starting to say the Carter empire is showing visible cracks. What once looked untouchable now feels shaky, and the public can sense that shift. The real question now is whether they can actually bounce back from this, or if the damage is already done. Once public opinion starts forming, it's almost impossible to reverse it, because narratives stick, even when facts are still being debated. That's why everyone's watching 50 Cent closely. Is he just bluffing for attention, or does he really have enough material to drop a documentary that could change everything? Knowing 50's history, a lot of people aren't ruling anything out. And then there's Beyonce. Some believe she's completely innocent, possibly manipulated at a young age and caught up in a system bigger than her. Others think she's been in the game long enough to know exactly what's going on and is a willing participant at this point. Either way, the questions aren't going away. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think 50 is serious about exposing something major, or is this all smoke and no fire? Where do you stand on Beyonce in all of this? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video, and let the conversation grow. Stay locked in because the next video is coming fast and you do not want to miss it.